Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another test flight. Sim update 4 is here. Let's see what they've broken. Hope you've all got a drink because, well, as you know, anything can happen on a simulator update test flight. We'll be doing a semi-serious flight from San Francisco down to Los Angeles, and given the nature of this update, then we're going to be trying a few different things that I don't usually ever do on a live stream. In particular, one of the things that I am going to test out is I'm going to test out the live AI traffic, so real world traffic. We're going to test out the default ATC, just to see what that's got to offer as well at the moment. See if we can see some contrails from our default aircraft. What else have we got on this update? Let's have a quick look. Okay, yeah, so we should have some TCAS from v1.16.2.0 traffic. We're going to have a little look at that later on once we've landed. We might have a quick connect up to the v1.16 network, see what happens. See if we can see some TCAS aircraft on there. We should also have increased density of live air traffic, so let's find out if we do get that. And the live traffic stability has apparently also been improved. Reduced weather data bandwidth. Well, I don't know about that, but a few people are saying that the weather and the clouds are looking really nice. We also want to see if we're climbing out, do we get an airframe soaked with icing? They have made a promise that icing is going to be fixed in this update. Let us see. I don't know if that's actually meant to be more for the prop airliners than the jet airliners, but hey ho, there we go. So I do have a little flight plan sorted. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look and see if we can get that loaded in. Now, when I last tried this, one of the things that I did do is, obviously with the A320NX you can import your flight plan from SimBrief direct into the McDo, and from there you should, or I have in the past, been able to request the IFR clearance using the default air traffic control. So I'm going to go ahead and see if that works. If not, we'll have to come back to the main screen and import it in the old-fashioned way, but we'll find out. One of the things I need to do before we go any further is go into my options, because all that air traffic control is turned off for me, as is live traffic. So we're going to go to, let's see, right, so the data, we need to make sure that real world traffic is turned on. We can leave multiplier turned off, of course. Then for the traffic type, we want why are you not letting me? Oh, right, so this is new. AI traffic density. Right, okay, well, let's do something sensible. Let's turn oh, hang on. All right, so they've changed the menu slightly. This used to say AI traffic, or it used to say AI traffic or real world traffic, didn't it? Let's just hang on then. I wonder if that's because this was turned off, wasn't it? Right, now turn that on. Let's apply that and save that. If we do that, let's go back to traffic now. And do we have the option to have, there we go, real-time online traffic. So there is this extra one here, menu traffic AI aircraft, so you can obviously change the density of AI traffic as well. So that's a little bit new. With the show traffic nameplates, I am going to turn those on. So if any of you have got Flight Radar 24 or an equivalent app, let's go aircraft spotting, shall we? I mean, I've chosen two of the biggest airports on the west coast of the USA. So we're going San Francisco down to LAX. We should see some live traffic, and they have said that they're going to have increased those as well. Ground traffic density, you know, we'll leave that turned off for now. We don't need to do that. So let's exit that. Let's apply and save it, of course. Now, with regards to the sound, because I have ATC normally turned off, I just need to check that I've not got anything that I need to turn on here. So the text-to-speech settings is using Azure. Okay, fair enough. All those volume levels are set to normal, so that's okay. Let's just go to the assistance then and just check. Thought there was somewhere that you turned ATC. Aha, ATC voices. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A show message login ATC menu. Yeah, we'll turn that on for this. And we can have the ATC panel open at the start. Apply and save. So this isn't something that I ever use. I always use VATSIM or normally never fly with the default ATC. But certainly want to try this. Oh, Dark, is Nightbot drunk again? Hang on, let me get rid of him. Because that's going to annoy us for the evening, isn't it? 1 second. Bear with me. Right, so that's done. Do you know what? I'll sort Nightbot out whilst we're loading in. So let's go to our world map. There we go. Didn't think it was going to load then. I thought, my word, that's a bad start. Let's change this. We don't want to be flying EasyJet, do we? Let's we'll just go for the default fly-by-wire livery and save that. Okay, so San Francisco. Which runway am I departing on for this flight plan that I've got? I'll just double check that. Be handy to know so I can get a nice short taxi out. Runway 28 left. Is that one just here, I think? Runway 28 left. So let's choose. Is this a custom airport as well in Flight Simulator? I'll find out in a moment, won't I? So, tell you what, let's go with Delta 6. Can we find Delta 6 somewhere around here? Oh, well, if it is a custom airport, they've not got the right parking. They've not got the right parking numbers. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, there we go. Close enough. Flight conditions. We've got live traffic. We've got live weather. Let's hit fly. Right, whilst that loads, let me just sort Nightbot out for you. Turn that off. There we go. So, how's everyone's update gone so far? Has everything been working well for you guys? I hope no one's run into any problems. Captain Campbell, TCAS should be working with VATSIM traffic. We're going to test it in a little bit and see. So the idea of this flight is to check out new features. If there's anything you want me to try and check out, let me know in the chat, and we'll see what I can do. So thank you to the guys subscribing and giving it a like on Facebook. Now, I'm completely unfamiliar with air traffic control in the default air traffic control in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so this could be interesting. So good evening to our channel members. We've got Wayne, Dark, Ferran, Captain 79, Chalty. Who else have we got up here? Simon, Lucas. Good to see all you guys. One of the things that I do need to remember to tell you is that you must download the latest developer version of the Fly-by-Wire mod. They've had to update that, of course, because as per usual, when there's a sim update, things do change. Now, what I am expecting as well, which has not been changed yet, is when transitioning from flaps 1, 2, 3 and full, I believe it could get a little bumpy, so we'll see what happens there. Nick Taylor, hello, good to see you as well. Bradley, that is a really good point. Don't forget to update the content manager after the update as well. So, I've not actually done that. What's in the content manager? Can anyone let us know? What's in the content manager? I don't really fly any of the other aircraft, or very rarely, that isn't a mod, like the A320NX. so perhaps not quite as vital. Wayne, 4 tries at a simple ILS and flaps 2 sent you to the International Space Station. Funnily enough, I have seen stuff like that happen in the past on Flight Sim. How high can you get a 747? Brian B, good evening. Scott, the content managers offers updates for liveries, nothing important. Ah, right, fair dues. HD, good evening. Are you? Oh, you're that rule as well. It needs to be well and truly put away for tonight. Good to see you, though, mate. Hope you're well. So here we go. San Francisco, an airport I've never been to, of course, in the real world, and don't really visit it in the sim that much. Jean-Ray, you've just finished a flight from Berlin to Copenhagen, no problems, except that your radio stack didn't turn on. Ah, right, okay. Well, here we are. Weather looks perfect for some potential icing as well on departure, doesn't it? Let's see if that gets in our way. And I'm just watching the cinematics. I thought they changed a little bit. Something tells me that jetway is going to slice straight through the wing, but never mind. Captain B, do you think it loads quicker now? Is that something you've noticed? Good stuff. Right, let's have a look then. So, ready to fly? Fingers crossed, guys. Alright, so what I want to do just before we start, in fact, let's just get the flypad turned on. And we'll just power the aircraft up. Then I might get the drone camera out and just go for a whiz around the airport, see if we can see any real world traffic, which would be quite nice. Dark, there could be a reason that this doesn't look as smooth now, because I never fly in America. I'm not even sure I've visited this airport before. So everything is not stored in my rolling cache. This is all brand new, which potentially could be a slight hurdle for the PC today. But yeah, so this is going to be all brand new for the PC. So that might be a little bit of a bandwidth issue, but we shall hopefully skip through that. Easyjetsimpilot, and close that down. There we go. So let's see if we can still import stuff from SimBrief. There we are. That works. Good stuff. Right, so guys, I'm also going to show you something quite neat. Now, this is not part of the update. This is a new mod available from flightsim.to, and I've got a video coming out on it very, very soon. But just have a look at this, guys, if you're not used to seeing it. I now have this, and I think this is great. So I'm going to use this little tool now, and we can get the jetway, we can get the power, we can get catering, and we can get baggage all loaded and done within the flight simulator itself. So there they are. They're getting our aircraft all loaded and ready to go, and we'll also get some passengers on board as well in a little while. Right, who's got flight radar 24 open? Let's see how we're doing. Now, of course, because I normally fly in Europe, I have European liveries, so it might not be as realistic as you may expect. So we've got Qatar 737 over there, obviously not a Qatar livery, and I don't know if there is some way to get the AI traffic to match up with the real-world liveries, even if you've got the real-world liveries in your community folder. Whether it does somehow it somehow matches them up. Obviously, vPilot model matching and all that stuff is fine and really great, but for default liveries, I think are still the ones that I used with regards to, yeah, so as we can see, there's just default liveries there. So we've got an American 2019, that looks to be about pushing back, and I never fly with live traffic because I'm always on VATSIM, but it would be nice, and I have no idea what call sign that is. That's going to be some American airline, isn't it? Okay, so Air Trooper, this is a default airport, yes. I'm on the premium deluxe version. I don't know if that makes a difference with regards to that, but so far, yeah, I can see I can see a few. What we got? We've got at least 3 aircraft just there, and Eddie Man on Facebook. Yeah, you can use the fly pad. It's got the ground surfaces as well, and I like the fly pad for everything except pushback and for the jetway. I don't think it has stairs. Does it have stairs? I can't remember. But basically, when you use it for the jetway, well, the jetway is only that. Good lord, what's happened to there? Well, as I was saying, the jetway, when you use it on the fly pad, it doesn't stay there. It just stays there for about 5 minutes and then it disappears again. Whereas if you use external mods, then it seems to hold it a little bit better. Something I'm sure FlyByWire will sort in the future. Right, okay. So it looks like the jetway's dissected our aircraft. I bet if I get in the flight deck, can I even hang on? Let's look behind me. Oh, I was half expecting. Oh, is that it? There we go. the door's now been taken over by the jetway. Never mind. Right, let's get external power on, crew oxygen supply. Let's get some idiots aligned as well, shall we? And okay, all is good just there. Right, so then, what do we got? So we should be a B6 1833 B6. Is that JetBlue? Oh, 1833, sorry. So let's have a look. Let's have a look, shall we? Which runway are they all coming in on today? Let's see. So the Qatar has allegedly just landed on... Can't even see. So they've just landed on runway 28 here in the simulator. Do you land on 28 in real life? I don't know. I've not got flight radar up. This is you guys I'm relying on. So that's runway 1. Can't see anything out there in the mist. Never mind. Once we contact air traffic control as well, we should be able to hear them obviously talking to other aircraft, shouldn't we? Okay, so have I did I put the taxi light on? Did I put the taxi light on? That doesn't sound like something I'd normally do. Never mind. There we go. I meant to put the navigation logo lights on. That's probably why. Okay, so did the Qatar land on runway 28 in real life? That's obviously quite nice. If it did, okie dokies. I'm going to cheat a little bit here, and we'll just pop the QNH on like so. Right. Let me get. Have we got air traffic control? There we go. So let's have a look. Tune San Francisco. Oh, that's ground services. No, we don't want that. Go back to clearance. Right, okay, so we've not actually got a flight plan loaded in the aircraft yet, which is why we've not got anything from air traffic control available. So that's okay. Let's just get these turned up. Buster, the game air traffic control is more accurate, right? Don't know. I think the terminology and phraseology that it uses is meant to be more accurate. I think, to be fair, that may be as far as it goes, but I guess we'll find out together. So before I can go any further, I'll just check everything down here. Is that turned off? That should be turned on, shouldn't it? Before we can go any further, let us come down here and ensure that we can still import things from sim brief. So AOC, init press, pull that through. There we go. That's worked quite nicely. Right, fuel. I don't need 9.5 tons for this flight. So let's just head over to here. What do we got on the dispatch page? 4 point. Let's take 5 tons. I've not actually checked the landing weather at Los Angeles. I'm sure 5 tons will be fine. 5.1, and let's get that going. So defueling is taking place. There we go. Right, so AOC menu and performance, weight and balance. So that's going to be 0 fuel weight of 56.7 and load those in. I will also just check the weight on here, just bring that up so it's a bit more accurate. 30.1. There we go. I need to now reload that. Danny, almost 15 hours for that Qatar that just landed. Yeah, they like the long hauls, don't they? Dark, you can't see me on radar. Flight radar 24. Oh, it must be broken then. So, with that, let's have a look. Aircraft status. Hey, we've got the valid air cycle. Good stuff. Steve Manning, good evening on Facebook. We're flying from San Francisco down to Los Angeles, LAX. So we've got valid air cycles. Good to know. Right, let's pull this through. And alternate, cost index, flight level, etc. I'm going to leave all those for this test flight. I presume they're all correct. So the flight plan then, we're departing San Francisco via runway. What have we got? Where's my flight plan gone? So we're departing runway 28 left, apparently. 28 left. That is via the Wesla 4 departure. And what's our transition? Transition is eBay. Transition by eBay. And then we're coming in on 25 left in Los Angeles. There we go. 25 left, and that is the based 1 arrival. And where's that via? Let's have a quick look. I've got the charts on a pad in front of me just for quickness this evening. Trindo, there we go. And where is the transition from? So I believe that is going to be, and let's have a quick look. Oh, that is a very good question. I'm so familiar with America. So that is coming in through to, is it based? Let's have a look. Nope. Based, Cliffy, Berger, Fraser, Hull, Mupp, Reberg, Ryder, and Snacks. Interestingly, oh, hang on, but it's based. There we go. Come back. Oh, in fact, you know what? Non-transition. We'll get there. And insert. Do you know what? Air traffic control might actually tell us. So that's all done. I'll just do a quick check. How many miles have we got? Oh, actually, I've only got 15 miles difference on my flight plan to that, so I'm quite happy with that. Ooh, passengers. Let's check that self-loading cargo still works following the update, shall we? I sincerely hope so. I want to hear the screams. Okay, let's start our flight.
cabin crew, we're happy to get going now, so as soon as you're ready, you can open the doors and start letting passengers on board.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, diff rip, we're not going to bother with that, I'm sure all will be fine. Don't need the radio, so on to here, we're just going to cheat. What's the trip wind? Tailwind of 20. And pop that in. Fuel planning, oh, easy. How much did we load? So we're loading, did we say 5.1 tons? That's still going in at the moment, isn't it? 5.1 tons. Are the doors open? Yes, they are. So the passengers are boarding. That's okay. Let's pop 5.1 in there. There we go. Now, of course, we still don't have any flex temp calculations, so we're just going to have to wing it with a toga. That's all right. So now I've got this all loaded in. Apart from the performance page, if we go to air traffic control, can we request what we've got? There we go. Request IFR clearance for the instrument flight plan. So let's see what happens, shall we?
San Francisco ground using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 IFR to Los Angeles, ready to copy.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 is cleared to Los Angeles Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 28 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 135.1 squawk 6606.
Okay, let's read it back.
Using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 cleared to Los Angeles Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 28 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 135.1 squawk 6606.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.8 when ready to taxi.
Huh, that's interesting. Why can I not select manage mode? Oh, that's why. Flight directors 1 and 2 are off. Slap my wrists. I'll allow that one. Okay, transition altitude here in the USA, of course, is always 18,000 feet. And flaps 1. Captain B, that's the fella that sent you to your death. And 133, 129, and 128. Right, let me just have a quick look at this departure, just so we can do some things a little bit realistically. So the Wesley 4 departure is a departure. Maximum speed throughout the first turn to Wesley is 230 knots. What's our performance speed? Oh, okay, so we'll just pull to 30 knots after we've cleaned up. Actually, we can fly it slower, can't we? We can set 209 knots after cleaning up. Okay, so I think we're almost about ready to go. The fuel is now all loaded in. Yeah, that's done. So let's get that APU started. Let's get the fuel pumps on. There we are. And with that, is this jetway still dissecting the aircraft? Oh, it paused. I don't like it when it does that. The commentator, no real changes for the A320NX pilots in today's update, really, are they? Well, you do need to download the dev version, so there is a slight change, which the FlyByWire guys have done brilliantly. They've already preempted it. It was ready to go before the update actually came out. So that's kudos to them. So, can we see any other aircraft knocking about? Oh, hello. Right, so we've got Horizon 2359 and American 2019. They're not going to do a parallel takeoff, are they? Never. That would be very interesting if they did. Can we see anybody else? And we've got Southwest 2912. In fact, has that one just landed then? Because that says KSFO, so I'm presuming that's obviously where we are. I don't know if that one's just landed, or is that where they're departing from? So I don't know. They both say San Francisco on the labels. They also say minus 55 feet. What's the elevation of San Francisco? It's not below sea level, is it? Airport elevation 13 feet. No, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But there we are. Greg, the update for Microsoft Flight Simulator is, I think it was just under 6 gigabyte, something like that. Just under 6 gig. Captain B will turn TCAS on and see what happens in a little while. Right, these passengers are taking far too long for loading. However, I am going to rely on my checklist tonight just to ensure that we've not missed anything. APU is running. Let's get the bleed air on. External power can now disappear, so I can use the flypad for that. Is external power still hooked up? Yes, it is. Please pardon the aircraft that has been dissected by the jetway. So, there we go. That's all done. HD, yes, of course. Asiana tried to burrow it in here a few years ago, and they actually cartwheeled. God knows how so many of them survived that, but they did. And as it turned out, the pilot that was actually flying at the time hadn't actually done a manual landing in that aircraft. So it's amazing, isn't it, when you think about stuff like that? Right. So, are you guys all done, passengers?
San Francisco ground, Southwest 2912 ready to copy IFR clearance.
Ooh, that's not us.
Southwest 2912 is cleared to Denver Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 28 left climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure frequency is 133.9 5 squawk 7151.
Okie dokie, so we're ready to go, I think. Just do the fuel altimeter check. There we go. Right, we now need to contact... Who do we need to contact now? We've got ground? Oh no, we're already on the ground frequency, so we don't have clearance delivery just yet. It is just ground. Oh, HD, that's right. It was the localizer, not the localizer, the glide slope was unserviceable. Glide slope was unserviceable, so he was visually trying to land it. Right, aircraft doors. Let's get those closed. Just waiting for those passengers to sort themselves out on self-loading cargo. There we go.
That's great, thank you.
Okay, now let's request our IFR taxi. Oh, this could... I need a pen. I'm unfamiliar with the airport. This could be a long taxi clearance, couldn't it? Let's see.
San Francisco ground using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 ready to taxi IFR.
Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 right using taxiway Alpha Golf Bravo Foxtrot 1 cross runway 19er right Foxtrot 1 cross runway 01 right Foxtrot 1 Foxtrot cross runway 28 left Charlie. Contact
What? Oh my god, where's the chart? Acknowledge taxi clear. I'll acknowledge it, but I have no idea where we're going. Right, so we're going...
Hold short runway 28 right via taxiway Alpha Golf Bravo Foxtrot 1 cross runway 19er right Foxtrot 1 cross runway 01 right Foxtrot 1 Foxtrot cross runway 28 left Charlie.
Oh my god, who's got the charts for San Francisco? Okay, so where is Golf? So I can see Alpha. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, hang on. Alpha, Golf. Where's Bravo? Oh, right. Okay, I see. Alpha, Golf, Bravo, Fox, cross runways, and then hold at Foxtrot for runway G. Yeah, okay. I think I know where he's sending us. Very good. So we'll just contact the tower as and when, shall we? Right. Where is the tug driver? So pushback, and we shall start the pushback. Get the beacon light on. Parking brake is still on. I'm glad I had a pen and paper for that. Okay, before start, checklist, windows, doors, closed, armed, beacon light is on, and we're good to go. So, welcome to everybody on board.
Cabin crew, please arm doors and cross-check.
Josh, this is why you start on the runway. Fair play, fair play. Right, welcome on board everybody, let's begin our push.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, and on behalf of the FlyByWire development team, I'd like to welcome you on board this FlyByWire test flight in the Airbus A320NX. Today, we're going to be testing out some new systems, so I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. A reminder that this version of the Airbus is not yet available for download.
Ignore that, yes it
New
is.
systems will shortly be merged into the developer build and the upcoming experimental version. For now, please listen to your cabin crew, get yourselves sat seated, seatbelts securely fastened, and as the ground crew finish loading the last of your luggage in the aircraft, we look forward to a safe, smooth departure, and we hope you enjoy your flight. Once again, on behalf of the FlyByWire team, thank you very much for choosing to fly with us today, and we look forward to delivering you a safe journey.
Okay, so the pushback add-on that I'm using is available to download from flightsim.to. I've got a quick video coming up about that very, very soon. Tomorrow, actually. It's already recorded. I just need to get that uploaded. It's brilliant, so for those of you watching it, go ahead and get it. It means no more extra mods.
On behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors as we review the emergency procedures. There are 6 emergency exits on this A320neo. Please take a minute to locate the one closest to you and note that it may be behind you. Count the number of rows to the exit.
Eddie Man on Facebook, parking brake you can turn off using this window here, if so you may have just seen me do that.
Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this, and pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, make sure you put your own mask on first before helping others. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on luggage and items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats, and emergency lighting in the floors will lead you to the closest exit. We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety procedures on the card in the pocket in front of you. Electronic device must now be switched off or turned to a plane mode until we instruct you that it is again safe to use them. Our cabin service will commence once we are in flight. If you are a frequent flyer with us, you can now join the channel as a member and obtain extra perks to make your journey with us more enjoyable. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy the flight.
Okay, so I think that is Golf over there, which is where he wanted us to go down. So we shall do that. J-Hog, I have mine on just because then it obviously saves a little bit of bandwidth for places that I have already been to before. United 1742 has just landed 28 left, has it? I can't see it. It would be over there somewhere, I think. Oh, there's the clunk of the second engine relays coming in. And we can now just slow that down. We'll hold that there. Let's get the parking brake on and end our pushback. So is the tug driver moving? So can I see anything? I can't see any other aircraft actually around at the moment. I've got a Southwest 2912. Looks like he's taxiing. Right, engine 2 stabilized. So let's get that off. Leave those off. They're fine. And spoilers, rudder, flaps 1. What's the CFG? Oh, wrong one. 32. So there we go. All looks good. Okay, anti-ice off. ECAM status is fine. Pitch trim 32.4. Rudder trim is 0. And let's taxi. I'm pretty certain that they gave us clearance to taxi, didn't they? Yeah. So you don't get a pushback clearance and then get a taxi clearance. Unlike the real world, you basically get told what to do all in one go, and that's fine. So let's I tell you what, let's contact. Well, let's not contact. Let's tune to the tower frequency. You wouldn't do that now in reality, of course. You'd stay on ground, but I'm tuning to the tower frequency just to see if we can hear any other aircraft coming along. So I'll get those turned on. Quick flight control check. Full left, full right, full up, full down, and rudder full right, rudder full left. There we go. Okay, release those parking brakes, and let's go. Right, so let's see. This is taxiway Alpha. Perfect, that's where I wanted us to go. Next, we're going on to Golf, which is this left turn just here. Heather Teat on Facebook. Hello from Egypt. Thanks for joining us. Carson Lou, is that correct? Live traffic has a 2-hour delay. Seriously? Is that right? So from Golf we're then going on to Bravo. Oh right, hang on, Bravo's back here, isn't it? So can anyone get on flight radar 24? Tell me, when did Southwest 2912 take off, because we're about to follow him. Thank you, Josh, for subscribing, and to Roger as well a few moments ago. Big thank you to all you guys for subscribing and helping the channel grow. Right, I need to do some other things down here, but
Emirates 225, follow the aircraft on
oh,
125.6.3.4. Clear to land runway 28 left.
there's an Emirates coming in to land. Anyone see that on flight radar 24?
Clear to land runway 28 left, Emirates 225.
Okay, so this is Foxtrot 1. Yeah, Foxtrot 1. And then we taxied in Foxtrot all the way to our holding point. Right, so Emirates 225. When did Emirates 225 land? That'll be a good check. And of course, I think the sim needs to be running for a little bit of length of time to get that in. Danny, is that right? Is the Emirates coming in to land right now from Dubai, presumably? I'm not even checking these runways are clear before crossing them. So HD, the Emirates is about 5 miles out in the real world. Right, okay, he's about to touch down here then. Wouldn't it be cool one day though, guys, if you could fly with real world traffic and you actually had correct liveries? I mean, it is a it is the 380, and that pilot's just bounced that one down. I can't say anything.
Emirates 225 exit runway when able.
Oh, HD, good news. Look, I'm using the brake pedal and auto brake max is still showing, so that's nice. Looks like they've fixed that.
American 179er number 2 for landing. Follow the generic on final.
Follow the generic. How do we fix that? Not follow the A380 on final. Or was it a 777? I don't know if they use a 777 or a 787, that Emirates aircraft in real life.
Runway 28 left number to American 179.
Right, did someone say that American 179 was meant to be coming in?
225 exit runway when able.
I mean, I absolutely love VATSIM, but I'd so love to do a flight with real liveries and things like that. So just checking, is this... Yeah, okay, so we need to go right to the end of here. We're not taking F2, we're going right to the end. Was the Emirates 777? I thought it might be. I know they've stopped using the 380s during the pandemic for a lot of their routes at the moment. Okay, so just revisiting our departure, which is probably what we should have done a little bit sooner. So let's just hold there. 179 go around. Does that mean the Emirates still hasn't found his way off the runway yet? Oh no. Well, I hope his go arounds were better than mine the other night. Winds are at what? 256 at 34? 34? Oh yeah, look at the windsocks.
Going around American 179er.
Right, okay. Anyone else on final?
Runway 28 left southwest 29er 12.
American 179er, contact North Tower approach on 135.65.
Right, we also had a departure frequency which was 1351.
Going to 121.8 Emirates 225.
So we'll just key that up. Anyway, flight control briefing. We need to hold to what is it, 230 knots. We're gonna pull 209 knots after we've cleaned up. And what else? FMA takeoff data 128 blue, 133 magenta climb nav blue, 7000 blue, 1FD2. It's gonna be a toga takeoff. I hadn't pressed TO config. I was expecting the auto brakes to. Oh, why have they come back off? I thought they'd solved that. Oh, never mind. Anyway, let's. You know, I'm going to turn that on now. I'm going to turn the TCAS on as well. See what happens. Right, let me contact the tower then. San Francisco. Oh right, I can't contact the tower just yet. Oh, acknowledge hold position. I'm a holding position.
Hold position using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Can we contact... tune the tower? Can we contact them? No, not yet. They probably... the way the simulator ATC normally works is you've got to get close enough to the runway. Oh, there we go.
Continue taxi. Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, hold position, caution, the departing generic.
Where on earth is he going?
San Francisco ground. United 720 requesting the end of pushback.
See, that's not too realistic, the contacting the ground with regards to their pushback. Okay, so I'm holding position presumably because the Southwest 2912 just disappeared.
Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, continue taxi.
Oh, continue taxi.
San Francisco ground. United 720 ready to taxi IFR.
United 720 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 left using taxiway Alpha Foxtrot, cross runway 19er right Foxtrot, cross runway 01 right Foxtrot. Contact tower on 120.5
Cabin
when
crew,
ready.
seat for takeoff, please.
That auto brake max has just come back on, back off again.
Roger, using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Okay, so now we're very close to the threshold of runway 28 right.
Taxiing hold short runway.
We should just be able to contact the tower now. Oh, there we go. Request takeoff clearance.
San Francisco Tower using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 at runway 28 right, ready for departure IFR to Los Angeles.
Susan Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 QNH 30.10 wind 256 at tree 4. Cleared for takeoff runway 28 right.
Okay, that's all set. And we're cleared for takeoff. 28 right. Let's get the strobes on.
For takeoff runway 28 right using Foxtrot Bravo
Packs
Whiskey
1 and 2 off. Let's roll on.
1546 follow the generic hot final. Wind 256.
We have traffic on the navigation display.
Runway 28 left.
Well spotted, Okie.
Clear to land runway 28 left United 1546. San Francisco Tower American 179er 8 miles southeast inbound ILS runway 28 right approach.
American 179er, San Francisco Tower. QNH 30.10 wind 256 at tree 4. Cleared ILS runway 28 right approach.
Alright, guys.
ILS runway 28 right approach.
Cabin secured for takeoff. Engine mode selector is norm. TCAS is TARA. Packs are off. Anti-ice is off. Auto brake. Oh, I thought that was fixed. I was pressing that during the taxi and it wasn't coming off. How annoying. Anyway, let's go, shall we? So, 50% N1 set.
American 179er, wind 256 at tree 4. Caution the generic landing runway 28 left.
And
Cleared to land
set
runway 28
takeoff
right.
thrust. Toga. SRS.
Clear to land runway 28 right American 179er.
100 knots, check.
V1 and rotate.
Positive ring firm, gear up.
Susan Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 contact departure on 135.1.
And this is where the first officer will sort out your communications. Thrust climb. Let's get autopilot 1 on, shall we? Autopilot 1 engaged.
1150, did you copy?
Yes, I copied. Be quiet. How many hands do you think I have?
546, turn next taxiway.
Going to 135.1 using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150. Departure using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 is passing 2,600 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
Using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, departure QNH 30.10, continue to Westland as planned.
Need to roll that speed back. Oh, actually. Oh, why am I? What a numpty! I'm rolling the I'm rolling the heading back. It doesn't actually matter. We're not going to pass 230 knots before that turn. So continue to Westland as planned. We've now bypassed that. The autopilot has got us turning left. And did he give us a higher climb, or are we still? No, still 7,000 feet. Fair enough. Thank you to Ghost Gaming for subscribing, and for Caden as well on Facebook. Good evening to you. Hope you're well. So should level off now at 7,000 feet. Speed Alt Star. Request a vector to next waypoint. Is he just going to ignore us now? Oh, go on then. Let's request a vector to the next waypoint.
Departure using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, requesting vector to next waypoint.
Using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, continue the port turning and following heading 285, resume on navigation.
Okay. Well, that was the waypoint just there before he told us to turn.
Heading 285, proceed on course using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
I'd kind of like to get a little bit higher though. I'm sure the passengers are having a great view of our departure. Can you guys tell I don't use default ATC? Purely doing it for this tonight. So what point is he going to tell me to climb to cruising altitude? We can't serve alcohol this low, can we? Brian, yeah, no, I didn't start the chrono. There's lots of things that I'm not doing correctly this evening. I want to see some contrails from AI traffic. So unless there's a particular reason that they're holding us at 7,000 feet. So Andrew, right, okay, so you find if you don't use the built-in flight plan, you have to request altitude increase, right, okay, right, so let's do that then. It's the highest I can go, 10,000 feet, right, okay.
Departure using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150. Request 17,000 feet.
Using Foxtrot Bravo
Well, there we go.
1150, climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
Okay, so that's 17,000, then thrust climb, 17,000 blue. Seems weird saying 17,000. Very high transition altitude.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Right, we're on our way up. Took some time, but we're on our way up.
Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150, contact Oakland Center on 119.475.
You may now use your electronic devices.
119.475 then for us.
119.475 using Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150.
Cruise attention. You may also ask them about joining our frequent flyers club and joining the channel.
Oakland Center using
Passing 10,000 feet, get the lights off.
1150 is passing 9,400 feet, climbing 17,000 feet.
Susan Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, Oakland Center QNH 30.10, continue to Susie as planned.
Continues to Susie as planned. We don't even get to read that back though, so that's a little bit annoying. Oh, shall we turn the seatbelt signs off?
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign so you are free to move about.
I see an aeroplane.
However, please note that we do recommend you fasten your seatbelts at all times when you are seated in case of turbulence. Thank you.
But I don't see a label, so unfortunately I can't tell you its flight number. Now, one of the other things they have done is the weather radar is now much more realistic. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually look like it's raining anywhere here, does it? It now only shows rain. Before, it used to show you all of the, basically any clouds that were in front of you on the radar display. It showed you them either as obviously green for light clouds, red for severe clouds, and purple for goodness knows. But in the real world, of course, it only shows and reflects back of precipitation. They've now done that, so I could do with it raining somewhere.
127.45.
Leonard, that's actually a really good idea. Except, how do we turn that on? Because AI control. Let's turn that menu on. AI control. Manage comms.
Susan Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, please acknowledge.
127.45 using Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150. Oakland Center using Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150 is at 16,700 feet, climbing 17,000 feet.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150, Oakland Center QNH 30.09, continue just as planned.
Okay, so it's speed alt, but I want to get up to, what was that cruising altitude? 390. Oh wow, we've got some step climbs to make. Okay, so let's request a cruising altitude because we don't want to fly at 17,000 feet all the way down here, do we? Let's go to flight level 270.
Request flight level 270.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo,
There we go.
1150, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Set flight level 270 and 270 blue.
270 using Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150.
Thrust climb and climb. Okay, so one of the other things we should be able to do, I'm sure I've read this, is that on the VFR map, do we have aircraft now shown on here? Oh, look at that! There they all are. Shame you can't click on them and see who's who. So yeah, there you go. You can see all aircraft, and I'm presuming it's only going to show you obviously aircraft around you. You're not going to zoom out and have like a Flight Radar 24 situation with 10,000 aircraft all over the place. So that's quite neat. Why do I have to manually request the altitude? You don't have to do that when using the ATC. It's because I have imported my SimBrief flight plan into the Airbus like I always do, and then I've had to request the IFR clearance in the game. I didn't set up any flight plan before loading into the at the gate. So if you do it that way, it seems to work quite well, but you do have to keep requesting altitude increases. I think I'm just going to go up to flight level 370 because I would have to request another 10,000 feet and then another 2,000 feet. But yeah. What's going to be really cool in a bit is once we get to LAX. Is there any, has anyone got VAT Spy or something like that open at the moment for VAT Sim? And we'll have a look to see if we've got any traffic at LAX, and we'll see if we can get those on TCAS. Hey Dora, I wouldn't consider Los Angeles to JFK a small flight. What is that, about 4.5, 5 hours? Maybe a bit more?
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Keep speed not above 230 knots. Expect ILS runway 30 left approach by applied transmission.
Shakir, can you play the game with 8 gig of RAM and 1660? Well, I've got a 1660 and I started with 8 gig of RAM. I quickly needed to upgrade, but you can handle it on low settings.
Center using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150. Request flight level 370.
Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 climb.
Oh.
Maintain flight level 270. Expect flight level 370.
So we're going to have to wait. It's a step climb.
Climb and maintain flight level 270. Expect flight level 370 using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Okay, so presumably we may get some more clearance then in a few hundred feet time.
Climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure is 127.45 squawk 6201. Clearance point 30 minutes from now. Generic 67 Delta read back correct. Listen Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 climb and maintain flight level 370.
And Captain 79 just scrolling back up through the chat. Thank you very much, Captain 79, for your donation. My sincere apologies, I missed that. I must have been playing with air traffic control at the time, but a big thank you to you for that. That's very, very much appreciated. So we're now at thrust climb still at 370 blue is now set. I think it's time to break out the alcohol.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to serve a selection of alcoholic drinks including wine and locally sourced ales. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisle. If you would like to upgrade to premium brands, super stickers and super chats are available. If you are a frequent flyer with us,
Oakland Center Polaris 968 Heavy is at flight level 215 descending 4,000 feet.
Thank you.
Polaris 968 Heavy Oakland Center continue as planned. Skywest 3777 contact Norcal approach on 120.1.
Okay, so we'll stop our climb there at flight level 370. And let's just see what our approach looks like. So, plan, let's just zoom in a little bit more. Check that navigation display out. And actually, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm happy to fly that. I'm not relying too much on charts and things this evening, but that's going to get us lined up nicely. At Hunger is that waypoint? I just need to know what altitude I need to be at by Hunger or Trundo. We'll contact Oakland Centre. Yep, my co-pilot will sort that out while I have a look at this approach.
Going to 126.9 using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Right, so at Hunger, that is 13.1 miles, so we need to be about 3,600 at that point.
Horizon Air 2021, contact Oakland Center on 127.45. Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 Oakland Center, continue to sustain as planned.
And mandatory at Trundo, we need to be at 5,000 feet. Okay, so that's what I'm basing my top of descent on. We want to be 5,000 feet at Trundo, and actually the constraints are still on. I've not flipped them over to airport as I should, but this is actually showing the correct constraints, so that is really nice. So with that, then let me go to the RadNav page. I want to check if we've got the right ILS frequency in 109.9. That is the correct ILS frequency, so that's good. And we have got in the prog page, let's put in Trundo, Tango, Romeo, November, Delta Oscar. How far away from there? 212 miles away. So it's not a long flight. It's only about an hour's flight. And then, as I say, once we get on the ground, I'm going to connect to vPilot, to the VATSIM network, and see if we can get any TCAS warnings. Or not warnings, but that'd be rather annoying. But let's see if we can get any TCAS aircraft showing on the navigation display. Patrick, the pushback app is available from flightsim.to. Moving the flex temp calculator, yes, sadly, unfortunately, that is no longer available. So that means at the moment I'm just using Toga, or if I'm lucky enough, I'll get a real world one sent to me from HD if he's still knocking them out. XP98, thank you very, very much for your $6 donation there. I hope you're well, XP98. I hope you found the update has gone smoothly for you as well, if you have done it yet. So a big thank you for that. That's really appreciated. You're very kind. Thank you. What time is it? Oh, it's 10 PM at night here. So I thought we'd do an American flight, obviously, because I wanted to go somewhere where there was lots of live traffic. Obviously here in the UK, 10 o'clock at night, there's not that much traffic anyway at the moment compared to pre-COVID levels. So I needed to go somewhere where we'd hopefully get a little bit of traffic. And it does seem to be working. Dark, you've had TCAS working on VATSIM for the last week or so. How did you manage that? Did it not only come out today, or did FlyByWire do something prior to the update? Shaman, no, the Flex Temp isn't implemented in the game. No, it's not. There used to be a website, sadly, which has now sort of gone defunct. WebPro, which was fantastic for all those sim pilots. It had everything in it. It had takeoff runway distance available. It used live METAR. You could select your intersections, put in your takeoff weight, and it gave you a Flex Temp. Sadly, no longer. Ah, Doc, you cheeky monkey. I forgot you'd been accepted. Okay. Yeah, fair play. Didn't realise you'd been accepted. Well, no, I did. I'd just forgotten. Well, Doc, now that it's obviously out, you've been on the beta team, is there anything else that we can actually check out and see here on the flight tonight? It would be quite nice to see. Bravo 632, good evening. Yeah, mine seems to have gone very well at the moment. It's working really nice. Leonard, yeah, they've reduced the size of the whole simulator down to about 80 gig now. They're what did it used to be? About 170 gig, which was just wow. And so anything extra that you want, you just download from the content manager, which I think is a sensible way of doing things, to be honest. Sharon, you're right, that site was for the CFE engines or the IAG engines, it wasn't for the Neo, but realistically, it was very close. Next 2000, do I prefer MSF... Start that again. Do I prefer MSFS or X-Plane? I've got to be honest with you, and it may be an unpopular choice, but I prefer Microsoft Flight Simulator. The graphics, they're just so immersive, and I think once you've enjoyed it, you just can't go back. You really can't. I mean, look at that. It's absolutely stunning. Buster, you're biting the bullet and reinstalling. What, you're reinstalling the whole thing? You don't have to reinstall the whole thing, do you? I didn't. I just did the did the update. How far away are we? Right. Okay. Let's get a weather request for. There we go. Generic 866, that's a great call sign. We could do a snap poll in the chat, couldn't we? Which do you prefer? X-Plane or MSFS? Place your vote.
Going to 128.7 using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150. Center using Foxtrot Bravo.
HD, that's a good shout. I've never had to worry about it before. I wonder if it actually matters in the sim as to whether it picks it up or not. So what have we got at the moment? We've got above. Should we have all though at the moment, as we're flying level? Do you not tilt it to below just before starting descent? Razlavan Music, just joining. What have you missed? Not too much really. The fact everything, famous last words, seems to be going swimmingly well. Wayne FS98. The American metals are always so blooming long. Carl 220, one for X-Plane. But I think that Blueberry guy, I think you've nailed it. Microsoft Flight Sim in terms of the looks, everything else X-Plane. Thank you, HD. We'll get that to below just now. It would be interesting to know if it made a difference to the TCAS. I think certainly as a GA pilot, I'm a dude, you're quite right. The VFR that you can do here in Microsoft Flight Simulator is just stunning, isn't it? Contact LA Center. Gary, you're more than welcome. Great little tip, turning off those screens if we're struggling with frame rates.
Los Angeles Center, Zip Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150, flight level 370.
Citizen Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150, Los Angeles Center. Continue to be your GL as planned.
We will. Right. Oh, blooming heck, the sun. I can't see. How realistic is it? I can't see because the sun's too bright. QNH. Come on, turn over. QNH is... It's not even QNH, is it? It's 2996. The altimeter 2996. I don't even know if you need the decimal place there, but it puts it in. Temperature is... oh, screw you. I can't see. Right. Dashboard, what is it? Temperature is 23. And the winds are 260 at 10. Transition altitude we know to be 18,000. And what's the...
Los Angeles Center, Skywest 3369er is at flight level 260.
What's the answer to the decision altitude?
3369er, Los Angeles Center. Continue as planned.
So Cat 1 approach. Runway visual range is... Oh, I can't even understand the Jepson charts for America. RVR 18 watt. Or half. I'm guessing that's half a mile. So 304. There we go. This is why I fly in Europe. Oh, okay, down we go. So, flight level 270. Thrust idle, open descent, 270 blue. How far away? Do you know, I don't know if the fly-by-wire guys, I don't know if the sound guy, Boris, has done something to the sounds, but when the thrust rolls back as you start to descend, as it did just then, I actually get that sensation through the headphones of the whole engine. You know when you've been at cruise for so long and then the engines just drop away. I get that sensation. If I close my eyes, I can almost feel it. And I think that's stunning. Right, so let's keep an eye on this rate of descent, shall we? 127.1.
127.1, Zip Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150. Los Angeles Center, Zip Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150 is at flight level 350, descending flight level 270.
Zip Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150, Los Angeles Center, continue as planned.
So we're probably descending well below the profile, so that's okay. Probably just slow that rate of descent down a little bit then, to be honest. Let's go with 1,000. Let's see what air traffic control is like at bringing us in then, shall we?
Los Angeles Center, exit 242 is passing flight level 390, descending 10,000 feet.
Exclusive tax-free savings on all your purchases today. You may wish to consider upgrading your service and becoming a channel member and benefit from the extra perks that are available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew for more details. Please remember that this version of the Air Airbus A320neo is not yet available for downloading. Thank you.
Of course, this version is available for downloading, but you do need to download the new developer version following the Sim update number 4. So if you haven't done so already, do make sure you get yourself to the FlyByWire website and use their installer.
Southwest 3478 is at flight level 340, descending 10,000 feet.
Skywest 3478 Los Angeles Center, continuous plan.
Thank you guys to those of you that are subscribing at the moment. So we're about 110 miles away from Toronto, where I want to be at 5,000 feet. So yeah, we're well below the profile, but that's okay. Toby, so I manually selected the speed on descent so I could control, initially so I could control the rate of descent. However, I've gone into, I've actually gone into VS, so realistically I could probably just put that back into managed. Good night, HD. Hope you're well. I'll catch you on a let's call it a more by the book flight in the future. I am sure. Speak to you later, mate. Oh my word, that was for us. What was that? Keep speed not above 210. Oh wow, okay. Well, the winds have changed then, clearly, because that's not what I was planning. Okay, well, we're nicely still ahead of the game here, so let's go to our flight plan. And we're now using runway 6. Are they using 6 in real life? Can anyone find out for me? That'd be nice if they are. So, 6 left. Can we go no start and use the Waker transition? Oh, okay. So, which arrival are we using? Are we still doing the same arrival? They've not given us an arrival routing. So, are we still on the based one Romeo? Or is it the based one Tango then, maybe? Let's have a look. Alright. Let's go with based one Tango, and is that the Waker transition that they were talking about, isn't it? There we go. Waker based insert. So let's see how that's doing now. Oh, where's it taking us? No.
Descend and maintain 6,500 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Right, okay. Let's go back into open descent. 6,000. Oh, 7,100 feet. We're going back up. Oh dear. Right. So where did it want us to go? It wanted to go to Waker, didn't it? Let's go direct to Waker and insert. I didn't actually see the aircraft start turning in the wrong direction because I was messing down here with the flight computer. Obviously, wouldn't happen in the real world. You can keep an eye on both at the same time. 7,800 feet.
Descend and maintain 7,800 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
Now to 7,000 feet. Okay, so is runway 24 and 25 still in use?
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
That's
using
annoying.
Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
How many times are we going to get told 7,800, 7,100, 7,000?
Using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey
Make your mind up.
150, contact Los Angeles Center on 135.5.
135.
Right, in that case, I need a
Bravo Whiskey 1150.
different set of charts in front of me for this drive. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to do exactly as he says. That was the whole point of the test. So
Passing flight level 260, descending 7,000 feet.
we're now landing 6 left.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey
108.5 ILS frequency. 108.5, so that's changed. That's good. Right, so what I'm going to do now, let's put in KLAX and 6 left. Does it have to be 06 left? Yeah, probably. Oh, all these different altitude changes.
Descend and maintain 6,400 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
This is worse than VATSIM. There we go, 57 miles away.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
Do you know what? I'm just going to leave it at 7,000 feet, because let's face it,
Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey
it's only going to change it again. Danny, we can land with a tailwind of 10 knots, that's fine. Pop quiz. What's the maximum tailwind landing for the A320?
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, descend and maintain 6,200 feet.
Descend and maintain 6,200 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
So we'll just leave it to do its thing.
Descend and maintain 6,900 feet.
Right, we're above our profile at the moment, so
Descend and maintain
let's get that descent
6,900
on
feet
its
using
way.
Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, descend and maintain 5,400 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,400 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo
Oh, there we go, it's changed again. I don't think it likes us.
Descend and maintain 6,400 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Friendly Giant, that is a good shout. Has AI improved? Does it still disappear after landing? I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest with you.
Descend and maintain 6,200 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Listen, Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, descend and maintain 5,000
How are we doing with this profile? So at 15,000 feet, we want to be about 43. We're still above our profile. Let's get the speed brakes out. Kip on the ground. No icing so far, but then look at the weather. It's not too bad.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet using Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Los Angeles Center, Easyjet 242 is at flight level 310, descending 10.
Easyjet 242. Where's that in the real world at the moment then?
42 Los Angeles Center, continue as planned.
Captain B is ATC paid by the word. Maybe. I'm looking forward to his taxi routing to get me back to the gate in a minute once we've landed. So yeah, you can land with a tailwind of 15 knots was the answer I was looking for the, that little pop quiz question. We're getting back on profile now, so that's okay. But we're going to have to wind that speed back. We can't do this speed at below 10,000 feet.
Los Angeles Center, generic Juliet Sierra, X-ray 1401 is at 17,200 feet, descending 10,000 feet.
Execute 240 or
Should we do an auto land? I know we shouldn't, we don't need to. The weather's absolutely fine. Does anyone want to see an auto land? Or do you want me to land the aircraft? I don't mind either way.
generic Juliet Sierra X-ray 1401 Los Angeles Center, continue as planned.
Right, let's wind that speed back.
Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, contact SoCal approach on 124.3.
Should probably have done that a little bit sooner, to be fair.
4 decimal tree for fuels at Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150. SoCal approach views of Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150 is at 9,400 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Views of Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, SoCal approach QNH 29.9 flight continue to Waker as planned.
— 9,000 feet at the moment, descending 4,000. You guys wanting the auto land? Okay. Right, so we need to go to performance, next phase. Oh, hang on. And select no in the radio. There we go, no decision height, and we'll auto land that. Captain 79, do an auto land, then I can have a beer and look around. That's not a bad shout. Flight Simulator 101, yes, this is the dev version, but you need to have downloaded the new dev version released about 2-3 hours ago to make sure that it works. They released one specifically for this update. How are we doing now? 25 miles, what are we at? 8, 16, 24. That's about on par. Let's get those speed brakes bracking. Wayne, shall I announce when dropping each level of flats? Yes, certainly. Of course. Well, we've got a dashed line. We shouldn't have a dashed line. We should have solid green. So, pull heading, then go back to nav. Nav, solid green lines. That's what we want. Why are we going direct to Nathan? We don't want to go to Nathan. So, let's solid green. Let's go to heading. And we're going direct to Waker, whatever you want to call that. There we go, that should go back into nav automatically. Spot on. TCAS traffic, I see TCAS traffic.
Views of Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150, descend and maintain 6,000 feet.
Where are you
Descend
going?
and maintain
Deaf
6,000
thing.
feet. Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey
Okay.
1150.
Performance, did we just enter the approach phase? Yes, we did. So, back direct to Killy, was it? Yeah. So, unfortunately, that's not being fixed. Still passing the approach phase, the aircraft wants to go to the one of the earlier waypoints.
Maintain 3,600 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000.
As long as we're aware of it, you can prep for it. 3,600. And it's now going to Wesler. Where on earth is Wesler then on the map? Is that behind us? I'm going to have to pull that heading bug. Okay, can we go back to Nathan? This is terrible. Direct Nathan. back to nav. There we go. Right, how far are we away? 70 miles. Let's start slowing down. So approach phase is activated. I would normally maintain about 180 knots until 8 miles out. OKTM, Wesley was the first waypoint, wasn't it? Oh man, that's bad. $15 miles out now. That's good. We're going to do this auto land. Nicely below profile. Not the best descent, but not too worried about that now. So, are we going to get any clearance? Because I'm pretty certain we're going to bash straight through the localizer in a minute. $12 miles out. Start slowing down to green dot. Okay, approach mode activated. Glide slope blue, lock blue. Cat 3 dual to pilot 1 and 2. It's now headed toward. Oh, there we go, lock star. That's fine. Contact tower in a moment, then, shall we? Okay, flaps 1. And we can also get flaps 2 out in a moment. We're actually chasing that glide slope. I needed flaps 2 before intercepting the glide slope, but we've got glide slope and lockdown. A little bit of speed brake just to slow us down a little bit. Gear down. And flaps 2, just under the limit there.
Los Angeles Tower, using Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150, inbound ILS runway 6 left approach.
Houston Foxtrot Bravo, Whiskey 1150, Los Angeles Tower. QNH 29.95.
Look at the wind. Radio altimeter alive. So Bruno, this is the developer version. This is the boring approach into LA, isn't it? And flaps full. Okay, landing checklist. Cabin is not secured for landing. So, cabin is now secured for landing, and we've got auto thrust speed, go around altitude. I have no idea what the go around altitude is here, so we'll just leave it where it is. And ECAM memo is landing, no blue. Wayne, did you download the developer version before you got rocketed out into space? Because the FlyByWire team have given a new version of the dev build released since the new sim update dropped. So very, very important. So guys, if you have enjoyed this this little test flight, we're going to check out VATSIM as well in a moment if we can. But if you did enjoy this test flight, would you please do me a huge favour and hit the like button? Have I got traffic coming straight towards me? I am landing on the opposite runway. In the real world, I'm pretty certain they're using the other runway. That said, because they may be imported into the simulator from real world traffic, but the traffic is controlled with Microsoft Flight Simulator's air traffic control, isn't it? So they'll be spinning them around and presumably landing them on the same runway as me, which is a bit weird. Yep, the go around is 20 feet according to air traffic control. But seriously guys, if you could give us a like on the stream, that would be really appreciated and makes a massive difference to the YouTube algorithms. Not entirely sure why self-loading cargo passengers are screaming in the back there. It's a bit weird.
300. 200. 100.
Let's see what the auto land is like.
40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Ah, to be fair, the auto lang didn't look too bad at all. $70 knots, reverses off.
Susan Foxtrot, Bravo Whiskey, 1150, turn exit taxiway.
Snakes on a plane, maybe. Now, this is quite a heavy airport in terms of CPU and GPU power, isn't it? Let's see what happens.
150, contact ground on 121.65.
So we need to hold that here, make sure we don't have a runway incursion. My god, let's prepare ourselves for the long list of taxi instructions, shall we? So, are they going to contact the ground, or do I? Okay, so we'll tune LA ground. Request taxi to the gate.
Los Angeles ground using Foxtrot, Bravo Whiskey 1150, request taxi to the gate.
Susan Foxtrot, Bravo Whiskey,
Holy crap.
taxi to gate 159 by taxiway cross runway 24 left Whiskey Echo Delta 10 Delta Sierra Tango 2 Tango Tango 1 Sierra Charlie Charlie 10.
Yeah, that's happening. Where's gate 159?
Taxiing to gate 159 using taxiway cross runway 24 left Whiskey Echo Delta 10 Delta Sierra Tango 2 Tango Tango 1 Sierra Charlie Charlie 10 Fields and Foxtrot Bravo Whiskey 1150.
Okay, I know exactly where I'm going. There's a lot of other aircraft knocking around here. Let's turn the weather radar off. Let's turn that off. Let's turn TCAS off for now. Stand by. And of course our lights. Captain 79, is Hooters modelled? Should we take the helicopter? Should we just break out the helicopter and go and land on the roof? Oh, good lord! Alaska 1436 is about to run us over. Right, so give us a taxiway. Where are we? Is this Whiskey onto Echo? Left-hand turn. There's another Emirates. 9506. Has anybody got an Enigma machine? Yeah, break that code.
American 2184 hold position caution. The Airbus A320N on the taxiway.
I tell you what, guys, I am super impressed though with how the sim is actually handling how hard this this particular airport is. I mean, it's one of the handcrafted airports. It's a massive handcrafted airport. but it's doing really, really well. Okay, so slight confession here, guys. I actually do know LAX not 100% well, but from a controlling point of view, for those of you that are familiar with tower controller, I forgot what it's called actually, but LAX is one of the airports that I used to do ATC for, so I'm not going to get too lost here. That said, I would never have issued a set of instructions like that to taxi. Oh Danny, Chicago would be fine, imagine Amsterdam. Do you know what? I think I've taxied too far. Oh, poo. Oh well, we'll just pick a gate. We wanted to be over the other side. We're now parking at the southwest terminals, I think. Never mind. But look at the detail. Tower 3D, OKTM, that's the one, thank you. I couldn't remember the name of it. So we'll just masquerade as a southwest aircraft for now. Imagine doing a long flight though, say somewhere like Heathrow to here, and just the graphics on it, making a nice landing coming in, not over the ocean but using runway 25 or 24 like they usually do, with the wind coming off there. That'd be grand, wouldn't it? Okay, let's get those parking brakes on for the time being. Alex, if you're not seeing the FlyByWire displays, make sure you download the latest dev version. You do need the latest dev version for that, since this has been since Flight Sim has been updated. Right. Okay. So let's just have a look. TCAS does you'd never actually turn this on at the gate, but if we turn that back on, TARA. Just turn that to all. And have we got traffic knocking about there? If we put it in map mode, I don't know if it works on the ground. I thought it did when we were back in... oh, that's San Francisco. That's not going to work. Hang on. Alright, I can see an aircraft just there on final. There we go. Right, so one of the things that I do want to do, one of the big things that's going to be really, really useful for those of you that fly on VATSIM, then of course getting that working is going to be really, really useful. So, has anybody got, let me just exit this, has anybody got then a VAT map up at the moment? I want to go to an airport which has got lots of traffic coming into it at the moment, so well, I'll just stay here just in case we've got lots of traffic in LAX. But if one of you could let me know if there's an airport with lots of traffic. I don't need air traffic control, anything like that. We just want to go to an airport with lots of traffic, turn on the TCAS system and see if it's working. So similar, have I checked the photogrammetry in... yes, it was turned on. We did check that right at the very, very start. But I just got one thing to left that I want to check, and that is TCAS traffic on VATSIM. We have seen TCAS traffic on the live traffic and AI traffic here in the sim. What we have not yet seen is whether we get it for vPilot or VATSIM traffic. So if anyone's got access to VATNAP, something like that, I just want to go to an airport with quite a bit of traffic coming in, and then we'll go there. Eddie, is Atlanta busy? We've got lots of aircraft there. Well, let's go to Atlanta then. Let's just exit, go to the main menu. Turkey is is Gatwick busy as well? That doesn't surprise me actually. Gatwick's always usually quite busy. We'll go to Atlanta. We'll go to Atlanta then. Sounds like a good shout. The Goliath, it worked perfectly earlier, but it was a mess in Zurich. Okay, so actually one thing I need to do before doing this, of course, never connect to VATSIM when you've got other traffic around. So let's go to traffic, let's turn that off, apply and save, go to data, real world air traffic, we'll turn that off, go back, general, and we'll go to Atlanta. What's that? KATL, isn't it? Okay, so let's set ourselves up somewhere. Oh, we can set ourselves up anywhere, can't we? Let's just set ourselves up here. Yeah, let's use live weather. Oh, that was the other thing we didn't get to see. We didn't get to see rain. I'll tell you what, we'll check the we'll turn the radar on as well while we're here. Brian, you're quite right. TCAS has been working for the AI live traffic for quite a long time, so no change there. Cliff, can I ask a question? Do you know how to fix the default A320 being invisible? Wow. Do you mean you've no aircraft when you spawn into a gate? I've not heard of that before. That sounds like some sort of graphics configuration issue. I'm afraid I can't help, Cliff. I don't know if anybody else in the chat can help you with that. Definitely not something I've ever come across or seen. So let's see if we get some VATSIM traffic here. On at Atlanta. Is Atlanta a handcrafted airport as well? I might just take an extra minute or two to load if it is. Do I know if the turbulence will be on the 32NX radar soon? Right, well, you've obviously got the three different colours, haven't you? You've got green, you've got yellow, and you've got red. All of those are precipitation. The purple, the magenta you see, that should be the turbulence, so we'll see. Andrew's has the mod just given us a 0 FPM. Oh, wonderful. What did the autopilot get coming to land in Los Angeles? What did that get us? Was that any good? Axel, it is flyable, you're going to be happy, but make sure you do download the latest dev build. So I think that's one of the things that I can't stress enough. You must download the latest dev build released tonight, about 4 or 5 hours ago, following the last upgrade, the last sim upgrade. Right. Can I turn? Oh no, I can't. It's okay. Let's get that on. Let's just power up the aircraft because I need to get the ideas aligned for TCAS to work. So that might take 6 or 7 minutes, but that's okay. Right, that's all we need. We need the screen. Has anyone ever seen that happen before? The terminal just disappears. Look, you see it flickering away in the bottom left-hand corner. You go down, it comes back, we go up, it disappears. That's a bit weird. Right, so, whilst the ideas are aligning, because your TCAS will not work without your ideas aligned, if we launch vPilot, we're going to connect, and we're going to connect as an observer. So, we should be able to connect, see other traffic, hear other communications as well, but we shouldn't actually there we go. We shouldn't actually be registered on any air traffic controller's screen, so that's okay. Maxim, good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Yeah, always been good. It's been good. I think we'll be quite happy flying again. Right, let's have a look outside. Right, so is there traffic knocking about? That's the question. Let's just change the drone speed of that so we can zip around a little better. Right, VATSIM traffic. Do we have any VATSIM traffic? There we go. Now, the problem we're going to have as well is that our VATSIM traffic is not going to show, I don't think, unless it's in the air. It doesn't show on the ground. So how many aircraft have we actually got on the ground here? Where have they gone? Oh no, they're there. So Maxim, the experimental has not been updated for weeks now, and that's normal because they're currently working on VNAV and LNAV and things like that, so don't worry about that. Okay guys, so can anyone confirm, do we have that we've got traffic coming in here to Atlanta on VATSIM, and then I will turn on TCAS because I think it only works with around a 20-mile radius, something like that. Turgate, does it also show aircraft on the ground? Oh, in that case, that's going to be fine. Frederick, has FPS improved? Well, I'll be honest with you, I was expecting a few stutters at well, here as well, to be fair. In fact, no, here's not a handcrafted airport, is it? But I was expecting some stutters in LAX. We got none, and I've never been there before in the sim, so that would that hasn't been cached. Who's this little guy down here? Clearly, I don't have American Airlines in my community folder for their liveries. Because I fly in Europe, I just limit it to the European ones. So all we need is to just wait. How long we got to wait before I can get TCAS working? 4 minutes! 4 minutes, guys! I'll also change the weather then, so it's throwing it down with rain, and we'll see what we've got on the navigation display. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed the test stream this evening. If you have, please do hit the like button for the stream. I would really appreciate that. It honestly helps out so much with the channel and getting the channel noticed. So it would be really appreciated, guys, if you could hit that like button for me. And of course, if this is your first time on the channel, then please also consider hitting that subscribe button. Ordinarily, if you are brand new to the channel, ordinarily we fly real world flights, and we do it professionally, and we do all the correct checklists, and we can spend up to half an hour, 45 minutes on the ground setting everything up. We're always on VATSIM, so it is really a great way to learn how to fly the A320 if you wish to do so correctly. Just tonight, we've obviously been skipping a few through things. We wanted to put the simulator through its test, and I wanted to try default air traffic control. Well, let's just say I won't be using default air traffic control for my future flights and streams. With regards to live traffic, though, I do think that is good. I think that is really, really great. But I'd love at some point in the future, and it will come, I know it will come, I would love them to use real world liveries and get them matched up, because I mean obviously that's going to add such another level of realism to the sim, isn't it? I love sightseeing with the drone camera. Is that aircraft taxiing backwards? That's impressive. You can just hear the engines winding up. Which way is he going? Oh! Must have a few bugs splattered on his windshield before wanting to depart. Okay. How are we doing, guys? Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute to go. What time is it? Oh, it's nearly 11 PM here. It's nearly B&B time. But I do want to test this out for you guys, so I don't mind sticking around a little bit longer. So we shall be back with a live stream tomorrow, which will be... will it be a real world flight? It will certainly be a real ops flight. Whether it'll be a real world is yet to be seen. Right, okay, so let's see what happens, if we can get any sort of TCAS on there. So TARA and twist that to all. Oh, look at that! TCAS! And we've got departing traffic on VATSIM. In fact, where are we? So that is a departing aircraft that has just left ahead of us, I think that is. Let me just speed that drone camera back up again. So aircraft has just departed ahead of us. I've got no chance of seeing him. Oh, there he is! Yeah, I can see him. He's just there, I think. Can you guys see that? I can just see the strobes. Oh, that is going to make flying in to uncontrolled airports on Unicom so much better. So much better. Right, one last thing then we need to check, you guys, is the weather. So let's change the weather. Let's go to... Can we go overcast? It's not necessarily... Oh, hang on. We need to turn the weather radar on as well. That would make a change. Right, weather radar is on. And have we got any cells knocking about? Right, precipitation. Ah, hang on then. Let's change the precipitation. Oh, look at that! Ha! It works! And if we stop that precipitation, let's cut it off. Oh man, how great is that? We have got working weather radar, we have got working TCAS. This is potentially one of the best sim updates since the time the flight simulator was released. That is really nice. That is awesome. So we can put a little bit of rain in there. You can see just a little bit spitting out there. And can we make it really bad? So let's increase the aerosol and let's increase then that precipitation. Look how the aerosol changes the colour. That's neat. Okay, let's go insane, shall we? Heavy rain. And have they changed the effects? We're kind of getting wet blobs on the way. I don't... maybe I've just not seen it that bad before, because I've always used live weather, but I'm actually getting rain effects on the windshield, which I think is nice. I don't just mean kind of what we're used to seeing, but those little blobs. Yeah, these look like dark circles. I'm not used to seeing that. Old novice pilot, all you need now is a working pilot. I'm sure we'll get there. Anti-ice effects has also been improved. Yeah, we just need RNAV and VNAV. I'm sure that's coming as well. Yeah, I've set it to thunderstorm. Does it show turbulence? Let's have a look. So if we go to, have we got a storm? There we go. Go on, let's set to storm, see what happens on here. Ah, well, now what you can see is we've got cells. There you go, look at that. So we've actually got cells. Let's have a look now. So that's showing, let's just look. So that's showing a cell. If I position the camera behind the tail of the aircraft looking forward, then we've got should have a cell to the left, cell to the right, and semi-clear skies straight in front of us. Let's see, shall we? Oh wow! Spot on! There's the cell to the left. There's the cell to the right. And there is the clear sky in front of us. That is a working weather radar, which now on VATSIM, if you see cells, then as per the real world, you would ask to be diverted around 10-20 degrees for weather. That is amazing. Could anybody else just sit and have Microsoft Flight Simulator as your screensaver, just watching the rolling weather moving by? That is fantastic. Yep, yeah, let's increase the range on the navigation display. Go on then, see what happens. Yeah, so that is a lot more realistic as well, because you used to kind of get echoes at long distance as well. The real world, you sort of get some echoes long distance, but 320 miles away, sat on the ground, you're not going to get the weather. And of course, obviously, bring that in. How neat is that? That is fantastic. Right, did someone say, I want to go to another airport and use this. Did someone say that there's a storm somewhere? I need to go to bed, but I'm too excited. Guys, give me an airport with really bad weather at the moment. Damn, that looks good. That looks so good. So, I want a weather, real live world weather. I want to try that out. Live world weather with live world weather with the rain and weather radar working. Captain Campbell, is Chicago bad? We've got bad weather in Chicago. That's it, I want to go hunting for bad weather. Oh, that's in traffic. Okay, let's go to Captain Campbell. You've called it. We're going to Chicago. Main menu. Oh, we're still on VATSIM. I need to get rid of that, don't I? Disconnect from VATSIM. We were in observer mode anyway, so it wouldn't have been a problem. Hey, no problem, mate. See you very soon. I'm going to do this, then I'm going to have to go as well. It's 11 o'clock here, and the kids are going to be up in a few hours, as per normal. Right, so we've got a few choices to pick from there. So let's see. I just want bad weather. That looks like we've got some bad weather. Looking at that lot over there. So I'm wanting thunderstorm. I want some live weather sort of. But let's go to Chicago. I like Chicago. So let's just pick one of the gates. Set that. Oh yeah, there you go. Flight conditions. Spot on. Let's see if it's replicated, shall we? So we'll get this loaded in. We'll switch on the weather radar. Oh, drat! I wonder if I can change the ADIRS alignment time on the flypad to instant. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait a few minutes, which is a pain. Maxim, you got there's 34mm rain at Tulsa right now. Tulsa. I have no idea where that is. apart from somewhere in the USA. Tell you, my USA geography is shocking. I could name you, I don't know, maybe half the states, but probably couldn't point them out on a map to you. So, my apologies to my American viewers. Boeing 757CB, you think real world weather is working better? Well, they've changed the way it doesn't use as much bandwidth now, does it? Which is really nice. Captain Campbell, you're going to LaGuardia from Chicago at the moment. Oh, nice. Good route. Is that a real world route, mate? I'm sure it is, but Tristal09, thank you very much for subscribing. And again, guys, I will ask just one last time, if you have enjoyed the test flight tonight, please do consider hitting the like button for the stream. And if you want to see some more real ops flights, not what we've done today. Today's just been a little bit of fun this evening. But if you want to see real ops flights where everything's done, calculated, and want to learn how to fly the A320 correctly and properly, then please do hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and that way you won't miss anything. Oh, wow. You weren't kidding. How bad's the weather in Chicago at the moment? Nice. Right, so I'm going to turn on the fly pad and... Ooh. Are aircraft actually departing in this? In the real life at the moment? Let's just go to the settings page, see if I can we speed up the aligns to... Oh, that's not available just yet. Ah, damn. No clue, is advancing traffic visible in the VFR map? That is a really, really good question. We can test that. I will test that if you wish, whilst we're waiting for these deers to align. Can I change the options here? Realism, align time, instant. I don't know if it saves it, you know. I don't know if that will be for the next time that I do it. We'll find out in a minute, I guess. Ah! Perfect. It's done it. It's done it instantly. Just remind me, guys. I need to put that back to real. I need to put that back to real for the next flight. Right. So let's get that weather radar on. See what a mess this looks like. Oh, cool. Look at that. And that's the precipitation all around Chicago at the moment. And, wow, yeah, it ain't kidding, is it? And you know, I think frame rates are better. I think frame rates are much better. I'm in heavy weather. I'm in handcrafted Chicago O'Hare Airport. Massive thunderstorm. And I'm zooming around here with hardly any problems at all. I don't know what it's looking like in the stream, how it's coming across. What on earth is that? Is that a taxiway uphill? I don't know Chicago. Is that right, guys? What's that? I want to go and have a look now. Oh, okay. No, it's fine. It's a green roof. From over there, it looked like an elevated taxiway. Oh, great stuff. Right, okay. Is there any VATSIM traffic around? O'Hare. We're going to do this final test, and then I'm afraid I am going to have to call it a night tonight. Tell you, can I test the wipers? Yes, of course I can, mate. Just bear with me a second. Right, let's just connect, see if we get any aircraft popping in. Okay, so there's a few aircraft popping in just there. Oh, no, don't want to do that. Right, let's just minimise that. Let's see. trying to see if we've got any aircraft. The weather's that bad I can't actually tell. Have we got any aircraft knocking about? One of the things that the simulator doesn't yet do is make it difficult to see aircraft in bad weather. The strobes normally still penetrate through clouds and things, don't they? Right, well I don't know if there is any traffic, VATSIM traffic that is, around O'Hare. Brian, this is live weather. This is live weather. So it's looking really nice. So if anyone can let me know if there is any VATSIM traffic, then we'll have a look for you. Axel, have you just come online in VATS to O'Hare for me? Oh, we'll see if we can see you if that's the case. Captain Camel, this is the first time you've been completely happy with an update. Do you know what? I think I'm in agreement with you. Axel, that would be great if you could let me know. Flight Simulator 101, it's taking so long to load. Do you know Flight Sim 101? I did a complete reinstall. Mind you, I only have the computer that I'm using for Flight Sim and streaming. The same computer is purely dedicated to Flight Simulator. I have nothing else on it. The only things that I have on my Flight Simulator are obviously Streamlabs for streaming, the Flight Simulator itself. I then have the FlyLive Studio, the VNav Pilot self-loading cargo, and that is it. Right guys, get yourselves in. Come on. We'll show you on stream. Get yourselves into Chicago O'Hare if you can, and we'll show you on stream, and then I'm off to bed. So I've turned TCAS on. John, does TCAS work for real life traffic or air traffic? Yes, it does. Yes, indeed, it does. So at the moment, I'm not seeing any traffic on the radar. And that's a good point. Make sure you are squawking mode Charlie. That weather's bad though, isn't it? Did one just land on 22 right? I'll tell you what, let's get the VFR map up. Oh, hang on! Look, look, look! There they are! And you say one just landed 22 right? Oh, I don't know about that one, but yeah, look, we have got VATSIM traffic showing in the VFR map. How neat! How neat is that? They're there. Wipers. Ah, no, wipers don't work. It's just an effect. Maybe one day they'll actually bash the rain away. There we go. That though is absolutely stunning. So in terms of updates and how good they are, guys, I know you're spawning in here. I can't see you due to the weather. Which is fantastic, of course. In terms of updates, I think that's brilliant. That is absolutely unbelievable, this update. It has given us so many good things. We've got much better real world traffic interpolation, if that's what you like. Real world weather seems to be fantastic. You've got TCAS working for VATSIM. You've also got VATSIM traffic showing on the VFR map. So, yeah, I don't think there's a bad thing we can say about that, is there? And of course, we've also got rain showing on the weather radar, which is fantastic. So, really, really happy with how this is going. I'm looking forward to a flight tomorrow back, a real ops flight, a real ops Easyjet flight tomorrow, and I hope some of you or all of you can join me for that. Alright, boys and girls, I'm afraid I do have to call it an out now. It's 10 past 11. It's definitely bed and beer time. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It's been a real pleasure to do this test flight for you. We've uncovered lots of great new features in the sim, and yeah, what's really impressive is I've not found a single thing that is broken, and frame rates also appear to be really good, particularly in these handcrafted airports where before we've had a little bit of stutter. So I think that's really nice. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Please do hit that like button before you leave, and if you're brand new to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button if you found that useful as well. Please also remember, if you do subscribe, turn on the notifications bell so that you don't miss new videos and new content, and of course when we start the live streams as well. A huge thank you to everyone who has watched this evening, and a massive thank you to those of you that have donated and contributed to the stream, either through the super chats or the Streamlabs links, and of course to my Easyjetsimpilot channel members. It's been absolutely fantastic, guys. The community is growing daily, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. You make doing this so much fun. That's why I'm still up at nearly 11:15 flying for you guys and showing you these new features. It's just worth it. If I got time, I'd do a proper live flight for you again now, and we'd just take off in this weather because it'd be great. Thanks very much, guys. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and you'll know when we next go live. Thanks very much to everyone watching on Facebook as well as our YouTube viewers. I'll see you all again very soon. Good night.